Hi there, I'm IELTS Master Lee, and welcome to this IELTS Master listening strategy video. Many people have requested a listening skills video, so here it is. Today I'm going to talk about 5 simple steps you can take to get a higher listening score. I hope you're ready. I sure am. Let's get started. So the 5-step process that I have is step number 1, predict the topic. Step 2, find the keywords in each question. Step 3, listen for synonyms and antonyms. Step 4, always stay focused. And step 5, don't review, preview. I'm going to explain each of these steps in detail next. First, step 1, predict the topic. I need you to use the title, the content, and any pictures to guess the topic immediately. As soon as you turn the page, you should try to guess the topic. This will help you to predict or guess the kind of language that you will need. All right, and I'll give you an example in a moment. Don't worry if you don't know much about the topic, just get ready for related vocabulary. So for example, let's take a look at this IELTS listening test. This is part 1. We look at this and the first thing I see is, boom, Citibank customer service log. So what is this topic about? Okay, it's a bank and it's a customer service log. So immediately I'm thinking, what kind of bank words do I know? What kind of bank or customer service language am I going to need? And if I look down below, I can see, okay, there's an amount, a term. Okay, what is a term? A term is how long. We have the interest rate, different kinds of bank words. But by looking at this title, I can immediately start to think of the kinds of words that I need. And this kind of thing can help you save time. If you see a title about education, start thinking of the education words that you know, curriculum, pupil, whatever they may be. This kind of prediction can really help you improve your score. Step 2, find the keywords in each question. All right, this is the keyword method. Very, very, very important. This is probably the most one of the most important steps. You need to look for the most important words in each question. Underline them, circle them, do whatever you need to do so that you don't forget these keywords. And the keywords are the words that you are going to listen for, or you're going to listen for something very similar or the opposite of them. We'll talk about that in a minute. Don't forget about looking for keywords in the answer choices for multiple choice questions as well. Also very, very important. Let's take a look at this sample test. This is section 2. So in the first question, we have the September Celebration Day is held. September Celebration Day is definitely a keyword here, especially because you don't see it in the other questions. So I'm going to be listening for September Celebration Day. And because it's capitalized, it's a proper noun, it's a special day, the listening will probably have that word or this combination of words. They will probably say September Celebration Day. There probably won't, they might say holiday instead of day, but there probably won't be a different way of saying this. Next, I'm going to look at the answers and find the keywords in the answer. Okay, first, we have 5 times a year. 5 times a year. This to me is a keyword. Whenever I see a number, I go, ooh, a number. I like numbers because they're easy to listen for. Next, on the park's important birthday. For me, birthday is the keyword in this answer. I'm going to be listening for birthday. Is it on the birthday or is it not on the birthday? And then C is to remember the history of. So I think remember the history is quite important here. And they might say it in a different way, but the concept of remembering the history, very important. In the next question, you have the park was first built. 2 keywords, first and built. Remember, you need to listen when you see a word like first. You want to listen for exactly that, all right? So that's finding the keywords in each question and the answers in the case of multiple choice questions. Next, step number 3, listen for synonyms and antonyms. I hinted in this in the previous step, but the person speaking doesn't always use the same words, right? You need to listen for synonyms, different ways of saying the same word. And antonyms, saying the opposite, because this is also the case sometimes. Let's take a look at this example. Again, section 1. So we have the phone number. Numbers are an easy way. It's not quite a synonym, but they have a different way of saying the numbers. Look, this number is 023-561-055. But instead of 0, the speaker might say 023 instead of 023. You need to understand this. You need to be ready for it. Instead of 055, they might say 055. Also possible, so you need to be ready for it. Let's take a look at another example. Per annum down here. Now, per annum could also mean for each year. Per each year. So it's very possible that the speaker in this listening will say 3.45% each year. Step number 4, always stay focused. This is so important and also so difficult. There's no time on IELTS listening for you to lose focus. You don't have time for it. Because what happens? You lose focus on one question. Maybe you miss a question. What happens? You're going to miss the next question also if you're going, oh no, I missed that question. What should I do? Boom, the next question comes and you miss the next question too. Now you're double sad. Don't do that. Don't miss a question and lose your focus. Just miss the question. You can guess later. That's okay. But focus on what's coming up next. All right? Sometimes you might need to refocus. There's a lot going on. During these times, just take a deep breath and then get back to it. That's what you need to do. So stay focused. All right? For example, if we have question number 11, maybe you miss question number 11. But right after question number 11, they go to question 12 and they say 1955. And then they continue on. You don't want to miss the next question because you missed the previous question. Don't lose your focus. Step number 5, don't review, preview. Now, preview is looking for the next questions. You're looking at the next questions and you're going to focus on finding the keywords in these ones. The listening test always gives you time to review your answers. They'll say, you now have 30 seconds to review your answers, or something like that. Don't use this time to review the last questions. You already answered those questions, unless there's something you didn't finish. Instead of going back, focus on previewing the next questions. Looking for these keywords. This takes more time, but it's very, very important for getting correct answers. Previewing will include reading the questions and answers and looking for the keywords. All right? So when you're finished with this section, if they say, okay, you now have time to review your answers, don't do that. Just go to the next section and start to preview. Of course, if you have something fresh in your memory and you need to finish writing it, that's fine. But if you're just looking back and going, oh, is that correct? Is that incorrect? I don't really know. Now, don't do that. Just go to the next part. That's the important thing to do. All right? That's the step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Follow these steps for a higher listening score. Did you enjoy this lesson? Was it helpful for you? I hope so. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us at youtube.com/IELTSmaster or IELTS-master.com. And finally, what do you want to see next? Let me know in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Have a fantastic day.